apart from being a person, obviously you're an art person. So what was the reason for you to choose this field specifically in a country like Pakistan?
It was very hard for me to decide and pinpoint what I would like to do. So my mother suggested, why don't you cut out what you don't want to do?
Has AI in any way been a hindrance in your business, in your thought process?
AI in our field is there. It is a reality. We can't hide from that reality. We are also using it wherever possible.
Unfortunately, the problem is we live in a city that is a concrete jungle. Now, when we talk about architecture, if you look about everyone who loves going to Europe for vacations and all that, half the time they're walking around taking pictures of building. What is that? That is all architecture.
Exactly.
ये घर आप शायद जिंदगी में एक ही दफा बनाते होंगे, बहुत आप privileged होंगे 2 दफा बना देते होंगे, लेकिन it is something that is very close to your heart.
Yes.
Any structure that you build, anything that belongs to you, whether it is for the commercial reasons or the private reasons, it is near and dear to you, right?
So, how has the experience, honestly speaking, has been like with the Gen Zs specifically?
Terrible.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum, Fawad and Saad. How are you?
वालेकुम सलाम, बिल्कुल ठीक. अल्लाह का
First of all, thank you so much for joining us. And I'm very curious. There are so many questions in my mind that I think I had for a very long time, and I want you both to answer them today for full and final time. Okay? So I think before we started this conversation, you were telling me a little bit about your journey before coming towards identity.
Yeah.
So you told me that you used to sell ice creams.
Yeah.
That was your first job.
Yes.
And then, I mean, moving towards, as a marketing person for Red Bull, and then jumping all the way into designing, not designing specifically, but a field that is not related to any, energy drinks or food. So how was that journey like, and why did you switch towards this field?
Very good question. I think before that, I'll take a step back, which is where the art in me was always there. So before starting off with the professional journey, the art in me always existed.
Okay.
Whether in the form of just appreciating a good art or doing some sort of art that I was at some point in time part of. So I think that's where this journey started, where I am today. And I think the flow was always also in a manner, like you said, that my first job was to sell ice cream, of course. That's one part. But then when I moved to Red Bull, of course, that's when the blend of marketing, sales started to happen. And with Red Bull, there was a lot of art-related initiatives that we were taking at that point in time, whether it was around music or the performing arts or the other sort of art as well. So I think this has been an anchoring aspect in my life, which sort of brought me to identity eventually, which is majorly about architecture and interiors. So to answer that question, I think art in me has always been that anchoring aspect. Yeah.
So what was the point jab aap Saad se, let's say, mile? What was the very first time you met? Like, were you friends before that, or how did this thing came into being?
So I knew Saad, I knew Ahmed since quite some time. They are the two founding partners of Identity. And I knew what they were doing, what they were up to. I used to get a lot of updates from their side. We did this project, we did that project. So for me, it was not an absolutely alien territory to be in. It was always something that was that I was very familiar with in terms of how they operate, what they do. So obviously, while being here, it's a different story altogether, because obviously there are so many nitty-gritties, so many technical aspects that you need to be aware of to be able to sort of drive a lot of things there. But for me, that journey was not a new step altogether in that sense.
ओके सो जब हम पाकिस्तान में अगर किसी को बताते हैं ना कि इंटीरियर डिज़ाइनर हैं, ठीक है साद, आई वुड लव यू टू आंसर दिस. तो अगर आप पाकिस्तान में किसी को बताएं कि हम इंटीरियर डिज़ाइनर हैं, सो आई थिंक हमें 2 रिएक्शंस मिलते हैं. एक रिएक्शन तो ये होता है कि दिस इज़ अ रिच किड्स जॉब, ठीक है, बिकॉज अपेरेंटली लोगों का ये पर्सपेक्टिव है दैट इट हैज़ अ लॉट ऑफ मनी इन इट. और सेकेंडली कि अच्छा घर सजाते हो, घर बनाते हो, बिकॉज अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल डोंट नो द डिफरेंस बिटवीन एन आर्किटेक्ट एंड एन इंटीरियर डिज़ाइनर. ठीक है. दूसरा ये another perspective to it is कि a lot of people don't want their children to be in this field because हमारा अभी भी वो एक mindset है ना कि if you're not a doctor, if you're not an engineer or any other lawyer or something, or a big profession, so you're not really respected. So apart from being a person, obviously you're an art person, so what was the reason for you to choose this field specifically in a country like Pakistan?
So my journey to architecture began when I was finishing off my higher educations, and I was trying to contemplate what to do with my life in terms of follow a career. It was very hard for me to decide and pinpoint what I would like to do. So my mother suggested, why don't you cut out what you don't want to do? 99% of the things I cut out, I really don't want to be a doctor, I don't want to be an engineer, I don't want to be XYZ. And there were very limited options that I was left out with. I had always been art inclined since the beginning. And so a thought came, why not just attempt towards an art field? And out of all the art fields, architecture is something that I felt I could connect with. So before even pursuing my education in architecture, I did like a year-long internship at a reputable architect's office in Pakistan to get an understanding ki if I want to spend the rest of my life following something, am I going to be in love with it or not? Because you can't take up a course, you can't educate yourself into a degree that 5 years down the road that you say, yeah, this is not something I want to do with my life. So I did a reverse working where I worked in an office before I actually applied to a university to make sure that the program that I was going to was something that I would be in love with forever. And that is how my journey specifically started in architecture. Now, when you talk about how the perception of the field is between a lot of people, now I do feel that in the last 15 odd years, the trend is changing around to what you just talked about. Because now the design essence is picking up, whether you go to a shop in Sadar, you go to Dolmen Mall, you go to any other outlet, wherever in Pakistan, you will start seeing a certain sense of aesthetics that are being applied. And that I feel is much more of a global impact, especially with social media, that people start looking at Pinterest, they start looking at different shows and all that. It gives them an insight into the ability of what design can do. So I would not just specifically talk about architecture or interior design, I would just specifically talk about design itself. And you would see that people are putting in a lot of effort to make sure that their spaces look as presentable, as nice as they can do. Budget is secondary. Budget does not define what the quality of the space is going to be like. Budget only decides what scale of a project you can do.
But isn't like budget the very first thing that you should keep in mind?
Okay. Anything that you do is going to require a budget, right? And I can tell you that when you work with an architect, you actually end up saving money as opposed to spending money. Why saving money? Because if you were doing the same project, the same design aesthetic that the architect was doing at your own end, you would end up spending more money because you would not know how to utilize or channelize that amount into creating a space. You would end up going through a lot of attempts into doing things to make sure it turns out right. Architect comes with years of experience. I mean, in our office, we've been about 14, 15 years we've been established. So we come with a tremendous amount of experience into different genres of architecture and design, where all the information that we have accumulated, all the R&D that we've done, we bring it out to every project we do. The scale of the projects that we work on can range from a 10 by 10 chaos to a 100,000 square feet of a building. So there is no specialization into a specific genre. We specialize, we feel into a lot of genres, in multi-genres, where we make sure that koi client aata na and asks us, would you like to do this kind of project? Something that we've never done before. We say, we'll do it.
You'll take it as a challenge.
We'll take it as a challenge because there's something that we've not done, we want to master it. And when you master it, that is the true skill of an artist, where you recreate a solution in the way that people were not able to think about it. Now, when we talk about architecture, if you look about everyone who loves going to Europe for vacations and all that, half the time they're walking around taking pictures of building. What is that? That is all architecture.
Exactly.
ये सदियों पुरानी चीज़ जो है हम आज अप्रिशिएट कर रहे हैं. Unfortunately, the problem is we live in a city that is a concrete jungle. That is where the misconception about the field is. All you see is ugliness in our surrounding, and that is primarily because the quality of the work that is being produced is mediocre or subpar. And that is what I feel we've been working with a lot of builders of late. They are also putting in an effort to change that image. So all the newer buildings that you're coming up with, they're always pushing up to improve the aesthetics, the quality of design. Yes, the monetary part obviously is always going to be there in any project, but the attempt to improve the overall image of the build structure in our city is also changing around. And I feel that these questions that you're asking about now, maybe in the next 5-10 years will become extremely obsolete, because I've seen a tremendous shift in the last 15 years to this kind of an understanding. And it also depends on the kind of educated your clientele is.
Exactly. That's the point.
Like, I do understand that everyone has a right to vote. I disagree with that.
You disagree
I
with that?
disagree with that.
That everyone
you
has
should
a
have
right
an
to
intellect
vote.
level to be able to vote.
Okay. Yeah, that's another
ठीक है?
perspective to it.
Because at the end of the day, yes, everyone is equal. I do agree with that. The problem is when you vote, a person whose intellect level is at a PhD might not be at an intellect level of a kid who is 18 years old. This is a big difference between the two. हमने अपने वो bars नहीं decide किए in terms of what is accepted and what is not. We say free fall for all. And that is where we are going wrong. So now I feel that in our architecture and in our society, a lot of this shift is also coming into this place, because people who are doing construction nowadays are also realizing that the filth that is around in the city needs to change around. And every new project that you will see is at least better than what was being constructed 15 years ago, 20 years ago.
Right. So I was just looking, before this interview, मैं देख रही थी कि, just to see like what is a ballpark figure when it comes to, hiring an interior designer for a project. And, should I say, like, I was shocked. I even like made a few calls and I asked a few people, कि, इस तरह का project है. Even I was working in a previous office, वहाँ पे we took some, figures. And I wouldn't call it a business. I would literally call it a dare. Like I mentioned कि पाकिस्तान में ये बिजनेस इस्टेब्लिश करना, फॉर मी आई थिंक इट्स अ बिग डेयर दैट यू गाइज आर टेकिंग राइट नाउ. बिकॉज हमारा तो वही कॉन्सेप्ट है ना कि अगर हमें घर बनाना है तो हम अपने चाचा चाची या मामा मामी की सलाह लेते हैं, और वी जस्ट पिक अप अ कारपेंटर एंड वी मेक हिम स्टैंड इन फ्रंट ऑफ द हाउस कि हाँ भाई हमें ये चाहिए ये चाहिए ये चाहिए. या कोई रिश्तेदार आके वो अपनी सलाह दे के चला जाएगा कि किचन को थोड़ा 2 इंच ऊपर बनवा लो, दीवार तोड़वा के बालकनी अंदर ले लो. सो इन अ सोसाइटी वेयर अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल आर डिपेंडिंग ऑन देयर relatives or just a carpenter, not to shame anyone, they come with an experience.
I'll stop to that. That is the problem with the exposure.
Right.
Okay. If you are getting something built, you would always consult a person who has got something done before. Just for your general recce. If you are exposed to that idea of art and design and a quality of a space, then you're going to go to the person who is going to provide you that. That is where the exposure differs around. What you're talking about, yes, does happen that people have that tendency out of their sheer love for the passion of the thing that they're doing. Because आप अपना घर बनाते हो ना, you are saving up for 40 years, 30 years. You have a lot of sentiments in it, and the closest people to you are who? Your relatives, your friends.
Yeah.
So what you're talking about is a journey that people go through because they're so passionate. It's not like an entire thing against design कि यार वो designer से करा लिया और किसी और से पूछ लिया, या getting people around them to that is primarily because of the emotions, and that emotion is something that the architect is able to overcome if the architect is experienced and capable enough to understand what that dynamic is. You can only understand that when you start putting yourself in that part of the client where you need to understand, yeah, this person has saved up all his life, worked all his life to ensure to achieve this target about, because people dream about the houses that they want to. It really doesn't matter whether you live in a 100-yard house, 500-yard house, 2,000-yard house. It is a person's dream to have a roof over their head, right?
Yeah.
And their own roof over their head. You need to understand and connect with that passion. If you don't understand and connect with that passion, you'll never be able to survive that.
Actually, just the way internet has changed a lot of things. Thank you to the internet again. It has changed this side of things as well. गॉन वर द डेज कि जहाँ पे आपको ये लगता था कि द फैमिली वुड डिसाइड कि वो मामू ने आके ये बता दिया या चचा ने आके ये बता दिया और कंट्रीब्यूट करके एक घर बन गया, एक जगह बन गई. अब लोगों को इतनी सेंस, इतनी अवेयरनेस है कि दे नो वेयर टू रीच आउट टू इन ऑर्डर टू गेट अ सर्टेन लेवल ऑफ आउटकम. बहुत सारी चीज़ें चेंज हो रही हैं. यू ऑल्सो आस्क्ड के पेरेंट्स जो थे पहले
Yeah.
वो दे यूज्ड टू टेक अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम और 3-4 ऑप्शंस के अलावा कोई और ऑप्शन नहीं होता था. अब आप जाके देखिए कि यूनिवर्सिटीज़ के अंदर, पाकिस्तानी यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में कितने ज़्यादा डिसिप्लिन्स में डिग्रीज ऑफर हो रही हैं.
Exactly.
सो अब तो इंजीनियर डॉक्टर नहीं बन रहे सिर्फ, अब तो पायलट नहीं बन रहे. वो मेरे ख्याल में आज से 30 साल पहले थी चीज़.
नहीं,
वो
इवन आई
बहुत सारी
ग्रेजुएटेड
चीज़ें
9 और
हाँ.
10 years ago, इवन तब भी इतना ज़्यादा नहीं थे हमारे पास ऑप्शन.
आपने
नाउ
किस
वी
चीज़
हैव अ
में
लॉट ऑफ
ग्रेजुएशन की थी?
फार्मेसी.
फार्मेसी की. तब फार्मेसी भी मेरे ख्याल में विद इन फार्मेसी कितनी ज़्यादा चीज़ें आ गई
ट्रू.
होंगी, राइट?
यस.
विद इन MBA कितनी सारी चीज़ें आ गई, विद इन आर्किटेक्चर कितनी ज़्यादा वो आ गई. सो मल्टी डिसिप्लिनरी हो गई बहुत सारी चीज़ें. सो दैट इज़ ऑल्सो अनदर थैंक्स टू इंटरनेट अगेन कि वो लोगों में अब उस तरह की अवेयरनेस है कि whether it is about the education or about any practical service, professional service that they want to acquire, they really want to rely on the professionals now to deliver the best results. And architecture is that field where obviously they don't want to risk out a lot of things which are just the way साथ साथ के घर आप शायद ज़िंदगी में एक ही दफ़ा बनाते होंगे, बहुत आप privileged होंगे 2 दफ़ा बना लेते होंगे, लेकिन it is something that is very close to your heart.
Yes.
Any structure that you build, anything that belongs to you, whether it is for the commercial reasons or the private reasons, it is near and dear to you, right? So you do want to invest in the right direction with the right people to get the best outcome. So
And we've also worked with the same client for their own residential projects and the commercial projects.
yes,
Their input in their residence is very different.
yes,
Primarily because that is the space that they have to occupy. So those sentiments become very primal in those projects. And commercial is always, okay, it has to be done in a certain time, it has to be done in a certain budget, the end of the story.
Yeah.
But when it comes to residences, it's a very different field. It is something where you have to, well, like, the kind of relationship you build doing residences for a client is the kind कि यार आप उसके बच्चों की शादियों पे जाते हो.
Okay.
That is the kind of interaction and a relationship that you end up building over the years.
Personalization
Because
yeah.
you are on on the project for the love of the project, not for the monetary reward. Because residences, if you look at it, are like a couple of years of a long project, and the amount of money that you get out of a commercial project in terms of commercial project is very different. In terms of the time duration, the money might be the same, but the time duration is longer. So you spend that time, you get to learn that person, you get to appreciate that person, you get to connect with that person. बहुत बार होता है ईद आ रही है, अच्छे यार वो क्लाइंट की तरफ से गिफ्ट आ गया, वो 4 साल पहले 6 साल पहले घर किया था यार, वो अभी भी
that's sweet.
because that is the kind of relationship you build with
Yes.
people over a period of time, because that is the mark that we believe in leaving behind. I mean, there have been times that we've not got along with certain clients, and it is always best to part ways when you do realize that, because that is very healthy for both of them. Like even in every family, every sibling does not get along the same way. Parents sometimes don't get along. That happens. Similarly, in this field where we have been taken on board for design services, there would be, for any reason, you might not connect with the client, or the client might not be able to connect. It is always better to distance each other out for a healthy outcome of the project.
And are we talking this like before the project even starts, mid project,
can
or
be anytime.
This can happen
be
anytime. Sometimes you get that feeling, yeah, this is a kind of a client I really will not be able to work with. Sometimes it happens midway.
okay?
Because at the end of the day, whether we are working on the project or not, we still wish the best to the project and the client, because that is something that they have been working on, and that's their right as well. And we feel कि यार,
if the first time हमारे पास आए थे ना, they would have thought something about it,
if-
right?
if-
or about us.
if we are not there at the project will still get built, right?
Yeah.
But it is in the best of interest of the project that we should not be associated with it. So हमें ना कभी कभार अपने shoes से step out भी करना पड़ता है to look at the bigger picture, because we always say we don't work for the client, we don't work for ourselves, we work for the project. And if we are the problem in the project, then we need to stay away from it. Otherwise, sometimes we tell the client, stop coming to the site if you want your project to be completed, because we're so straightforward with the clients
Right.
about it. Because at the end of the day, the person has taken us on board for a whole exercise, right? And if we feel that he is at fault, we will call him out on it. It is not about that he takes more power in the project or in any way, because that call has to lie with the architect here. If any person is being a speed breaker in the progress of the project, whether it be client, whether it is the project manager, or it is changing the contractor, you have to take that call. And if you feel that you are the problem, that is always better to step aside.
But isn't that what is taught in business schools and, you know, just overall, के your customer is always right? At least restaurants में हम जाते हैं, हमें बोला जाता है. So
obviously it's easier said than done. Of course, it's not like कि वो things happen in a jiffy. ये जो साथ जिस चीज की बात बता रहे हैं ना, that is one extreme limit where we or them taking a decision कि यार we cannot continue in this sort of equation anymore. Obviously we make a lot of intentional effort not to get to that point. वो हम मुख्तलिफ तरीक़ों से कर रहे होते हैं, भले वो जो भी उनके कंसर्न्स होते हैं उनको एड्रेस करके कर रहे होते हैं. जो अगर कोई मिस्टेक्स हुई होती हैं, अगर उनकी तरफ से हुई तो हम उनको हाईलाइट कर देते हैं, हमारी तरफ से हुई थी हम वी एडमिट एंड वी ट्राई नॉट टू रिपीट देम ऑफ कोर्स. बट अगर इक्वेशन रिलेशनशिप वो इस तरह का होता है ना, सावर हो गया ना एक दफ़ा, वो अगर रिपीटेडली सावर हो रहा है तो then comes a point where you take this decision mutually that you know we cannot continue anymore. But that is the last resort. That's not, we're not so abrupt about it.
First approach.
ये उनको हमारी शक्ल अच्छी नहीं लगी है, almost log है, one fine day we
कलर क्यों चेंज कराया, मैं मजीद काम नहीं करूँगा.
मजीद काम ऐसा नहीं होता.
There's no rigidity in this, but sometimes actually what happens is मिजाज नहीं मिलते. That is where the problem happens. It is not about कि the client wants something specific or we want something specific. There is obviously a middle ground to everything. But when you do not connect with the person on mental capacity ना, then that is where the problem is.
अच्छा, for you even
sorry, एक चीज का और जो मुझे फुकदान नजर आता है वो that is communication. Because someone coming to us would, especially for the first time, would not have any idea about how this thing works, how various stages of the project work, how the design exercise evolve over the period of time, right? So अब वो अगर उनको नहीं पता तो ज़ाहिर उनको इल्हाम तो नहीं होगा ना. तो ये हम समझते हैं कि दिस इज़ आवर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू लेट देम नो that these are all the stages. This is how the project is going to evolve. Once the design gets logged, these are the things that will take place on your side. ये लोग involved होंगे. जब उनको इस चीज़ की visibility right from the get go होती है, that's when the chances are very low कि वो किसी स्टेज पे जाके कोई problematic situation हो. जब आप उनको बिल्कुल कुछ भी नहीं बताएंगे, उनको पता ही नहीं होगा कि यार हमारी कुछ टेक्निकल चीज़ें होती हैं, ये भी प्रोजेक्ट का पार्ट है और उसका कोई टाइम एलोकेशन है, वो एक टाइम में होनी है, वहाँ जाके द थिंग्स स्टार्ट टू गेट अ लिटिल अगली इन दैट सेंस. सो वो चीज़ को अवॉइड करने के लिए अगर आप इफ़ यू सेट द make them aware about the standards right from the beginning, so you can avoid a lot of discrepancies as you move forward in the project.
And I think that tells a lot about your business ethics as well ना, क्योंकि अक्सर जो लोग होते हैं वो ये होता है कि यार पैसा आ रहा है ना, आने दो, क्लाइंट को छोड़ो ना, क्या ही करना है, मतलब दिखाने दो टैंट्रम्स, अगर दिखा रहा है क्या फ़र्क पड़ना है. सो यू नो मनी ऑलवेज.
अच्छा, but one thing is मैं आपको ये बताऊँ, देखो तो we take ownership of the project and our focus is always the project. So again at the end of the day, if we feel कि यार it is a project that is going to be a bad mark on our name, we have to call it out to the client. Yeah, this is not on.
Yeah.
And you have to be taking those harsh decisions, because at the end of the day, our sale to the market is only the time that we have, right? We've got nothing else to sell. What are we selling? We've only our time and the experience that we have. That is what we get remunerated against. And if it is going to put a question mark on the outcome of the project that we intend to do, then we have a serious challenge to it. And that is where generally our fallout with the clients are, where we tell them, yeah, this has to be done in the way that we have perceived it. Otherwise, we are going to let go and you take someone else on board to do it.
Yeah.
Sahi. So if I take you back, like all the years back when you start or wanted to start Identity in the first place, being a co-founder, so who was your first biggest client that you got a chance to work with, which actually took your business to a certain level, and that's how people started recognizing you? Because I've seen you guys design beautiful projects. I don't know if anybody, like I was talking to Fawad the other day and I said, okay, you are the guys behind one of the most iconic restaurants, you know, design buildings that I was just, मैं देखती थी कि यार खूबसूरत कितना है, क्या मतलब, you know, a lot of people don't know कि ये बनाया किसने, you know, you just get into your brain कि यार किसने सोचा होगा कि chandelier यहाँ लगाएंगे तो इतना खूबसूरत लगेगा. So what was that biggest project that actually took your business to another level, and how was that experience?
अच्छा देखो, I'll tell you one thing. Business जो है ना, that is not something overnight expansion. It is
True.
something that we have slowly and steadily built upon. The space that we're sitting in right now used to be the first phase of our office.
The office.
Okay.
The office.
This whole space that you're in, this was the office. And slowly and steadily we expanded. This particular office has gone through about 7 to 8 renovation. And even when you're coming in, you saw that there is some other construction that is happening.
Yes, I
हमें ना हर
did.
4-6 महीने में कुछ शौक होता है अपने ऑफिस में तोड़ के नया बना दें.
अच्छा. I think that's like एक थोड़ा सा वो है, problem है being an architect and being, you know, an artistic person.
problem है, अच्छा, solution is to break it off and redo it. ठीक है, so that's how we
I
roll
think फिर
about
आप लोग के yearly budget में ये चीज़ भी होती होगी,
Yeah,
involved
because
नहीं
that
हुआ?
is where the fights are at the mid-year. We
I
say
think
यार
that
हमें-
was going to be one of my question कि
इसमें
कहाँ
मेरी
पे clash
ऐसे-
आता है.
अभी while we were just taking the stairs, तो मैंने साथ से कहा, मैंने कहा साथ तुमने फिर अपना रूम तोड़ दिया. Literally. I mean,
अभी बना दो 6 महीने
just
पहले
few
मैंने
minutes back I said this.
break it and
यार
redo
मैं
it.
बजट देखूं, मैं तुम्हारे ऑफिस को देखूं, like this is a constant banter
Yeah.
that must go
Yeah,
down.
yeah, so
अभी 10 मिनट पहले मैंने से तुमने अपना रूम भी तोड़ दिया.
हम साल शुरू करते हैं, हम अपने आप को बजटाइज करते हैं.
हाँ,
साल शुरू हो रहा है,
exactly.
दिस ईयर विल बी बेटर ऑफ देन व्हाट वी वर लास्ट ईयर. 6 महीने बाद ना पता नहीं होता बजट का. but the thing is कि देखो, what you talked about was कि what project gives you the limelight where you can succeed. I feel that is not the limelight. The project is not the limelight. The limelight is your connectivity with people. एक तो सबसे पहले you need to understand the kind of genres of design field that you can be specifically in the disciplines of architecture and interiors. हम अपने ऑफिस की बात कर रहे हैं तो we specialize in residential architecture, we specialize in mid-rise architecture, we're talking about commercialized building, we specialize in retail, we specialize in restaurants,
Workspace.
we specialize in commercial interiors, we specialize in residential interiors, we've done amusement
Chunky
spaces as
Monkey,
well. We've
love
done
that
So
space.
we've done those kind of spaces. So we've done, हम शादी को घर किए हैं यार, हमने शारा फैसल के ऊपर you go through, you have Mizaj,
The mansion and, yeah.
we've done that. Across it, there's same client has a restaurant called Mizaj. We've done
Beautiful.
that. So
I was just reading about
That's
it this
so-
morning.
So there's so many fun spaces that we've done over the years. It is not a specific project. What we feel is your biggest promoter is your connectivity with the person that you're doing the project. मुझे रात को 10 बजे मेरे क्लाइंट का फोन आता है ना, आई पिक इट अप, आई एम अवेलेबल.
No 9 to 5, strict 9 to 5 के बाद 5 के बाद I'm not
if-
ये
available.
है नहीं यहाँ पे.
Obviously,
you-
I
no.
would want Saad to comment
There's
more
no
on that, but
boundary.
ये वाला चक्कर थोड़ा सा हमारी फील्ड में नहीं है.
All my clients know one thing. If I'm awake, no matter what time it is, I'll pick the call. वो मुझे रात को 2 बजे भी आती है. If I'm asleep, I'm asleep. I really can't help you on that part. But there is no Saturdays, there are no Sundays, there is no Eid. Because you need to understand one thing. My 2 minutes of a call might save him $1 million or might save him the weekend pondering over what to do. We are in a service industry. And our service is the response. Like for a while, I was talking about the communication part. That is what it is. Yeah, it does not take too much effort picking up the phone and addressing the query. Even the client knows nothing can happen on a Sunday or a Saturday, but they know that they have been taken care of for the urgency or whatever the matter was and have been heard out. And that is where the healthy communication takes part. And that is what gives you that rise in the eyes of the client, and that is how they promote you. Because that I talked about the PR with your clients. Your biggest marketeer is your client.
Right.
Your second biggest marketeer is the quality of design output that you do.
So doesn't that like sometimes, you know, disrupts the work-life balance? Because I know the mind of an artist, as you are, obviously, it is always, you know, in a constant that I would like to ponder upon in the further conversation as well. But kabhi nahi thoda sa toxic nahi ho jata ye, this part, you know, with being in constant connection with the client, your mind is always
If
working.
you have a vision and you self-believe in the thing that you're doing, you will never question.
So do you take vacations? A genuine question. Yeah.
Coming out to vacation. I remember 15 years ago when I went for my vacation, I had my laptop with me.
You were that Hrithik Roshan from Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara attending meeting on the
Because the intention
car.
was ki if there was something in my absence that had to be addressed out, I am responsible for that. Because when you come into a professional life now, you need to understand if you are working in an office environment or in an office space, you might be on a holiday. Your work is not on a holiday. Your client is not on a holiday. You are still accountable and addressable to the project despite you not being there. And that is what people need to understand. Vacation does not mean disconnect from work. It just means temporarily you're not available. But your project is still calling you out. What do? You can't wait it out.
What do you
But
agree with the point?
I do, and I would like to add more to this. हमें इस बात का क्या कहना चाहिए इदराक है. We have this realization that Saad would work in a certain way. So not that we've created his clones here, but what as an organization, what we are continuously striving for is to empower our people enough so that they can take that position and they can be there as the first point of contact for anyone to respond in a timely manner, so that these things don't get to that stage where he or anybody else is required to go और वर्क ऑन अ वीकेंड या रातें डिस्टर्ब हों किसी की. तो हम वो चीज़ें हम लेयर्स क्रिएट कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. आई थिंक इन लास्ट 2-3 years we have quite successfully done that as well to a great extent. But that again I would say is still an ongoing process. There's a long way to go. Because we very strongly feel that until unless we don't have our people empowered enough to take those calls in a mature manner, of course, we will not be able to move forward. Because the way, alhamdulillah, we are expanding also, we need that level of leadership, down to the very bottom. So
Because we usually don't really
while I
think
do agree
about
with
that.
what he's saying, but we're also trying to create ways and build systems so that things can be eased out.
Because a lot of people in organizations I've seen don't really bother with transferring responsibilities, down the line, because उनको लगता है उनकी अथॉरिटी ख़त्म हो जाएगी, या पेरेंटली अगर उन्होंने एम्पावर कर दिया फॉर एग्जांपल अपने जूनियर को, तो वो भाई हमसे काम सीख के कहीं और चले जाएंगे, हमारे डिज़ाइंस लेके वहाँ चले जाएंगे, दूसरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को फ़ायदा देंगे. एंड आई वाज आल्सो वाचिंग, व्हेन आई केम फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम हियर एंड आई सॉ अ लॉट ऑफ विमेन वर्किंग हियर, व्हिच वाज वेरी नाइस टू सी. Because I don't personally know a lot of women architects, personally speaking. So seeing that and also watching children running around in the office, that was like the cherry on the top for me. And I asked Brennan, and I go, what is this all about? Why is a little girl walking in an office, in a corporate office? So I mean, please do let me know, like, what is the scene over there? Kaise karte and how does it affect your work or your creativity in general?
बहुत simple सी बात है, like you said, कि there are a lot of women work in the office, and then there are a lot of married women also of which. So naturally जो married हैं उनके बहुत सारों के बच्चे हैं. So the बच्चा, they range from 4 months till 6 years.
I saw a baby chair as well here.
Baby chair भी है, baby sitters भी होती हैं, सब कुछ हो रहा है हमारे office में.
Our office is a very kid friendly office. हम मीटिंग में, अच्छा अम्मा को बच्चे को मीटिंग में लेके जाए, ले जाओ यार, मीटिंग रूम में बैठो बच्चे का.
और ये भी होता है कि बहुत इंटेंस मीटिंग हो रही है और बाहर से जो है चीखने की आवाज़ आ रही है एक बच्चे की, which is also okay. We want our people to also understand that this is the reality of life. And we got to live with that reality. If the women step out of their home to work, और वो फैसिलिटी अगर ऑफिस में होती है, वो उनके पास लिबर्टी ऑफिस में होती है, they can be there with their kid also, then why not? So we are creating that environment. We have created, as a matter of fact, that environment for them to, even though we're not a very huge office, we're not here on a very huge scale also. हमारा office एक limited हमारे पास resources है, but we're trying to manage the situation as much as we can to facilitate the especially the women who work here.
And then we've not done any play space in the office. We say that the whole office is a play space for the kids. वो बच्चे छोटे से होते हैं, बिस्तर टेबल के नीचे छुप के खेलते रहते हैं पूरा दिन. That's how they enjoy. And we've had so many times that kids have sat with us in the meeting room.
And that does not hinder your work
No,
or creativity in any way.
Of course it doesn't.
I think it's a oxytocin level बढ़ जाता होगा.
Everyone
so many
enjoys it.
children
The kids
around.
come to the meeting rooms. The clients start talking to them. वो तो एक हल्ला गुल्ला चल रहा होता है. Client कहता है यार बच्चे के लिए आइसक्रीम बुलाओ, पैसे खुद ही client gives the money to the peon in our office and say it creates a healthy relationship in our office.
That's a very
And
healthy
the other
work
thing is that if
environment.
you want to have an office which attracts married women, Now you need to understand, you need to give them that support in a working environment, and that is what we're trying to do, because we've realized over the period of time that there's a certain time factor where after graduation girls do get married, then after getting married they have kids and all that. So now we have girls in our office who joined our office fresh out of university, got married, had a kid, took a couple of years back, and now are back in the office.
Yeah.
That is the cycle that we understand is something that we need to pick up on, because if we want to have that connectivity and longevity with the staff that works at the office, you need to support them to understand that we also care for them equally as much, to understand that they, if are not able to have a alternate support to where the child can go, especially with a young mother, it's very hard for them to detach themselves with the kid. So you give them that leverage, that they bring the child with them, take them to sites, put them in the meeting rooms, have their own closed out spaces, so that they feel comfortable to work. Otherwise, for married women with kids, it will become a difficulty for them to pursue their dream in design fields in the future.
देखो, ख़वातीन को दो किस्म के प्रॉब्लम्स है ना. एक तो ये था कि जब शादी होती थी तो उसके बाद क्विट कर जाती हैं जॉब, या फिर बच्चा होता तो उसके बाद क्विट कर जाती है. आधी शादी के बाद क्विट कर रही हैं, आधी जो है उसके बच्चा होने के बाद क्विट कर रही हैं. सो एंड नाउ दैट इज़ ऑल्सो अ रियलिटी ऑफ आवर वर्ल्ड, द पार्ट ऑफ वर्ल्ड वेयर वी लिव इन. So, like Saad mentioned, there was someone who came in after 5 years of giving birth to a child, and then उसका impact ये हुआ कि there was also someone who came in with a baby who was 2 months old. तो वो चीज़ अब probably शायद 2-3 हफ्ते वाला बच्चा भी हमारे पास आ जाएगा. That's what you're aiming for, right? लेकिन frankly speaking, realistically speaking, I think this is how the environment has become more productive for us. Because that's what we exactly want, कि लोगों को फिक्र ना हो, ख़वातीन को फिक्र ना हो बैक होम क्या हो रहा है, किन हालात में बच्चे हैं. They're right.
But I think this is such a healthy thing that a lot of organizations can learn from, because I think majority, like you said, कि reason ही ख़वातीन के काम continue करने का यही होता है कि there is no one to look after the child, because you can't really detach the mother. So that's very true. So I also, you told me when I met you last that you have internship programs here for, Gen Zs. Gen Z is also a topic that I would love to talk to you both about. So if, for example, a student who is like very new in architecture field, and they want to work with you, so like, do you take them in the first year, or there has to be a certain criteria? How does that work?
अच्छा, internship program तो हमारा ongoing है. That has been going on since years. That happens more frequently during this time. Summer internship, जो summer break होती है इनकी, इस time पे होता है. Sometimes winter break में भी कुछ बच्चे आ जाते हैं. So that is a normal practice that we have. But these are essentially the students, not the fresh graduates. For fresh graduates, we have the job openings. So that is a different thing altogether. So internship आजकल भी चल रही है हमारी, आते रहते हैं बच्चे. They come in for a period of 4 weeks to 6 weeks time, and then they go back to their school. So that's an ongoing
But
thing.
this year around, we introduced an innovative program for the kids ranging from 6 to 12 years old.
Oh yeah, I think you were pointing out that
6 to
yes.
12 years. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
I
that
saw
is
very young
Yeah,
girls.
that is a
They were
different
like
thing. Now
peeking
that
and
is-
watching.
yeah,
and
that is something that we did for the first time this year, where we sort of brought in the kids from this age bracket of 10 to 14, who were slightly younger kids, मतलब इतने toddlers नहीं है. So that is just to develop a sense of what we do in this office. Because generally अगर आप FMCGs की एग्जाम्पल ले लें या प्रोडक्ट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग की एग्जाम्पल ले लें, सो वो जो इंडस्ट्री प्रैक्टिस होती हैं वो वहाँ पे मोरलेस सेम होती है. हमारे यहाँ द स्टूडियो एनवायरनमेंट इज़ वेरी डिफरेंट. सो वी वांटेड टू फैमिलियराइज देम विद हाउ थिंग्स वर्क. सो the kids came in, they were assigned proper tasks, they were evaluated on the daily on day-to-day basis. They were only required to come here for 2 days a week, but in those 2 days they were assigned the mentors. So each mentor was training them on different aspects, AI के अलावा sketching, जो भी उनके इंटरेस्ट होते हैं, जो tasks मिलती हैं just to help them achieve those tasks, and at the end of the day they go and present their performance to the
And we have a
to the
final
principal
jury
architect.
happening tomorrow for all these kids.
Yes.
And there are 3 architects coming from 3 different offices
Yes.
to jury these young kids, because they need to understand what actual life is about. And we're trying to give them that exposure from now, so they're much more apt to what the world is going to be like.
So that's the level of seriousness we have for this program, but all in a fun way. Yeah.
Right. So, how has the experience, honestly speaking, has been like with the Gen Zs specifically? Because I'm not judging anyone, but I believe that you are millennials. So, हमारा एक mindset बहुत different होता है compared to the Gen Zs. Although they are very like बहुत ही अच्छे हैं. I think Brennan here is also a Gen Z, if I'm not wrong. So, how has your experience been? Like they're very opinionated.
I'll give you very straightforward.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Okay.
They have an acronym they love to use
But
every
why,
day. And their acronym is LBDN.
Yeah.
Look busy, do nothing. That is all about.
Double मरवाएगा.
So you come, we go to the rest in the morning. What are you working on this project? You come back after 2 hours. What are you doing? I just scroll down 2 pages. You come back after 2 hours. I'm still there.
Okay, but they're very, they're very considerate about personal space, about mental health.
They want everything which is beyond work.
Okay.
Work is eliminated. They want to achieve everything that comes after you've put the effort. They want all that. So it's like eating a cake before you've actually baked it. So उनका वो जो thought process है ना वो थोड़ा I don't know for some reason अल्लाह ने उनको ना reverse order में दिया है.
अच्छा ये सेंसर कर देना सही.
नहीं, this is where
but I'll tell you. So we have realized that. ऐसा नहीं है कि हम उससे ना आंखें छुपा के बैठे हैं. हमें पता है कि यार इसी तरह से ऑपरेट करते हैं वो. So we try to introduce a lot of things just to break the monotony of workspace environment. हर वक्त काम नहीं होता है. हम लोग मुख्तलिफ चीज़ें भी फिर करते रहते हैं. A lot of activities that we plan out. We don't plan it out for them. We plan with them. So just to make sure that nothing is sort of imposed apart from the work, of course, nothing is imposed on them. But even when it comes to work, there are times when we ask them, "Yet, आपका रुझान जो है वो एक खास तरफ है, तो would you like to be part of this project?"
Okay.
We do that as well. A lot of times,
Inclusivity we do work on.
A lot of
But
times we
we've
do
understood
that.
one thing that there's certain thing that once you've been working, you do realize that over a period of years, the same principles are difficult to re-implement with the newer generation. You have to learn their traits and understand and redefine, re-strategize and re-implement. So ये cycle जो है ना, as a business you need to understand कि यार I need some work out from a person. What we need to look for is loyal people, especially as a first stop, because loyalty is something that is very hard to find in any professional environment. Then the second thing that we look at is the creativity that comes through, because ये जब चीज़ें होती है ना, that is what can bring about the biggest change in any office environment or design environment. If everyone is working at a mediocre level, there would be no one to look up to. When you work in university, you generally work on the same project. 10 architects, 20 architects work in the same project. So you look left and right, अच्छा ये बंदा मेरे से बेहतर कर रहा है, I need to. So when you work in an office environment, everyone is working on different projects. So their judgment and their understanding is very different. Okay, I'm working on a project, so I'm looking at just myself in terms of visibility. Who am I competing against?
Right.
So हमें ना उन चीज़ों को strategize करना पड़ता है of how to make sure that the way that people are remunerated for their effort, for their outcome, for the quality of the projects, that is what we then start channelizing into our office in terms of how to succeed on that aspect. Every year we do realize that the generation keeps shifting in terms of the think process, because we've been hiring, and we generally hire from almost every university in Karachi, even in Lahore se bhi hai, Rawalpindi se bhi hai. We've had
Pakistan se bahar se
we've
bhi
had from Quetta,
I see.
boys from Quetta who worked in our office, and we like have an extreme mix, and we like to create that mix of architects from different universities. We have architects from Turkey, we have architects from Malaysia. So we've had a good extreme mix about it, and what we realize is the more the ideas that you have, the more mix that you have, the better the outcome of the project. And that is why you will, if you go to our social media page, you will see one thing: our projects do not focus one design philosophy. It is always about exploring design philosophies. That is what identity stands for. The word itself means a pehchan, and that pehchan is what? It is a unique identity for every project. Just imagine if we did every restaurant that looked the same. Would you like to go from restaurant A to restaurant B?
No, probably not, of course.
Why? Because there was no flavor to enjoy as an experiential space. And that is what we always stand against here. We do not want to become stagnant in terms of exploration, where we say, okay, this is what we do. No, we are an office that is always going to be experimental, that is always going to work for the project. That's something we talked about earlier, because that is the basic essence of the design value. Like for me, a lot of modern masters in architecture became stagnant because they picked out a certain design philosophy that they extended on one project and just repeated it over and over. If I look at Pollock's work, the painter artist, I find all his work is the same. And I question myself, how is he an artist when he's just going to reproduce? You can put the same thing in a printing machine and reproduce 10 different ways.
Yeah.
We have to come up with newer creative ideas for every project. And that is how a design firm can excel. Otherwise, everything that we do is going to become something which is a copy paste of a previous project. And that is something that we feel we should not be doing.
That's why we keep on challenging each other all the time. One thing that we do here is to crit each other. इन्होंने कोई चीज़ की, दो लोग आके उसके ऊपर बात कर रहे हैं, या किसी और ने की तो उसके ऊपर दो लोग कर रहे हैं. We have built that environment within the office so that we start criticizing in a healthy way, so that we come up to a better solution all the time, and to break the monotony also, because like Saad mentioned कि वो जब repeatedly एक जैसी चीज़ें लगना शुरू हो जाएं, तो फिर वो आपकी जो कंज्यूमर है या जो आपका जो क्लाइंट है उसका इंटरेस्ट भी फिर लूज होना शुरू हो जाता है.
Because I think that is the first thing I noticed when I was watching the presentation of all the projects that you have done. And I was like, acha, this one also, like, started like Azelberry ka store, then Mizaj, and then we have Coconut Groove, and then we have Bizu, and where there's so many projects, and I was trying to figure out, like, अगर मैं वैसे randomly देखूं तो I cannot find a similarity, like कि हाँ यार ये वैसा ही लग रहा है यकीनन. There is a different character, there is a different design and different thought process in each and every project.
Absolutely, yeah. And you have to keep evolving, because if you don't do this, then obviously you're left behind.
Exactly. Acha, I always had this question ke, now with the technology advancements, with the AI coming into, work so much, I came across I think it was a video on Facebook or Instagram maybe. So what they were telling was कि आप अपने room की एक दूर से तस्वीर खींचें. My wife has been wanting to redesign the room. उसने ना दूर से room की तस्वीर खींची, and it suddenly, AI generated, उसने बता दिया कि आप room को ऐसे design कर लें. And you just go out and you buy the stuff, like the panels आप carpenter को दिखा दें. So has AI in any way been a hindrance in your business, in your thought process, or has it been a big help?
चलो फवाद, you
देखो दो चीज़ें, then I would like to also talk about, rather deep dive into it. देखो पहली चीज़ तो ये है कि AI in our field is there, it is a reality. We can't hide from that reality. We are also using it wherever possible, but we believe that at this point in time it is not the optimum or the end solution for us. There's a long way to go.
Okay.
There's still a long way to go. वो जो आप जिन videos की बात करिए ना, वो videos आपको, they don't give you an absolute solution of the things. They give you a very good visual solution to what you want, but there are also a lot of realities which are hidden in every project. अब वो भले वो like Saad mentioned कि वो 200 square feet का एक कोई छोटा सा kiosk हो, या फिर वो 60,000 square feet का कोई restaurant या office हो. There are a lot of hidden aspects to the things, a lot of details which it is still sort of trying to struggle with. I would say I know that it's going to get there eventually, but I think it's a very nascent stage for AI in our field as of now. But it is rapidly growing. It is every day is a new day in that sense. So वो हमें लगता ही है कि एक वक्त आ जाएगा कि जहाँ पे the reliance on AI will be inevitable. So while it is there, right now we don't see a lot of practical solutions coming out of it.
If you look at the industrial revolution where a lot of factories got built and all, a lot of people became jobless. Why? Because the machines were able to do the same thing 10 times faster. They never called for sick leave. They never had tummy aches. They never had any other issues. This channelization of experience is going to come to every field, not just architecture itself, but a lot of other fields as well. And in my opinion, it is something that we all need to be geared up for. AI in the last 2-3 years that it has come in the market has tremendously improved. And I personally feel in the next 5 years it will replace a lot of jobs, and we see right now it is already doing it in our field as well. So the architects that will start graduating will have to pick that tool to be in the market to be able to do something
For their own support.
for their
yeah.
own support.
Yeah.
What you talked about, that AI can give you a result. Yes, AI can give you a result, but the problem is it does not give you an accurate result as of now.
Okay.
It will give you a visual representation of a space, but it does not give you the actual construction details of how it should be. Because it does not read the space as a three-dimensional object. It just treats it as an object. Once it starts reading the space as a three-dimensional object, you will be able to utilize that tool to a far greater advantage. The biggest challenge that I feel in our field came through was through Pinterest. When clients,
Exactly. You just need a Pinterest and a
when,
carpenter.
when clients used to bring out images and all that. But see, even again, those things, if the client brings out an image, that image might not be an image that works on the project. So we go through that exercise of educating our clients of how the process works. And secondly, if you are coming to me with an image, then you don't need me on the project. Then it is better off you don't hire an architect, then you just go with the process that you want to follow. So our couple of initial meetings with the client is always about the process, their requirements, the way we're going to do things. And we set out our guidelines of what works for us, what does not work for us. And so if the client feels that they are going to show me an image out of Pinterest and I'm going to be very excited about it, it is not going to be so. Because if that is the process that they want to follow, then they don't need us on the project.
But it's like for inspiration, na? Like they saw something, koi picture dekhi and
The problem is the client can't differentiate between one good picture and one bad picture.
Okay. Probably.
Okay. if they, again, like I said, if they knew what they wanted, they wouldn't have walked into a design office. They would have, like you said, gone to a carpenter and a contractor to get it
I think sometimes it's a good starting point to have, but it needs a lot of maturity. It needs a lot of tweaking. It needs a lot of fine tuning with regards to what they want. Because हम जिस तरह से या टीम हमारी जिस तरह से चीज़ को समझती है, स्पेस को समझती है, वो सारी इसकी कंस्ट्रेंट्स को फैक्टर इन करके चीज़ों को प्रेजेंट करती है. अगर आप उसको बिल्कुल ही एक लेमैन पर्सपेक्टिव से देख रहे होंगे तो आप शायद उन बहुत सारी चीज़ों को फैक्टर इन नहीं कर रहे होंगे. फॉर एग्जांपल सनलाइट, आप शायद अभी फैक्टर इन नहीं कर रहे होंगे कि ये रूम कैसा लगना चाहिए, लेकिन आप अचानक से Pinterest पे तस्वीर देखेंगे, उसमें लाइट जो है वो आपकी लीनियर लाइट्स लगी हुई हैं, LEDs लगी हुई हैं, और आप वो विजन दिखा देंगे, वो शायद जगह वैसी दिखे ही नहीं बिकॉज देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ सनलाइट कमिंग इन. सो देन what an architect essentially would do in that case is he will factor in those things and then present you the things. That's just a very bare minimum basic thing that I'm talking about. A lot of other things, a lot of other aspects to a space जो कि hidden होते हैं कि दीवारों के अंदर क्या हुआ है आपको तो पता ही नहीं. That can have an impact on the site.
Because I always see these
so-
pictures and these videos of sun, मतलब जिस तरह से सूरज खूबसूरती से आ रहा होता है, like the proper, you know, sun-kissed pictures and sun-kissed videos. And I was just standing in my room and I was like adjusting a video, मैं video बनाई, मैंने कहा यार मेरे रूम में वैसी लाइट नहीं आती. तो you know you can't really think, मैं नहीं सोच सकती like how is my room supposed to build कि यार मुझे भी वैसी खूबसूरत लाइट आए, sunlight आए. So I think that is what an architect is supposed to do. Like
Absolutely, yeah.
I think you change the light perspective, direction, or maybe the colors or everything like that.
और ये तो एक चीज़ है ना, इसके अलावा फिर बहुत सारी चीज़ें होती हैं, मटेरियल्स होते हैं, आपकी वेंटिलेशन होती है, काउंटलेस थिंग्स.
So I remember, I think it was when I was maybe 10 or 12 years old. So my uncle was an architect as well. And I think that by that time his job was almost over. He used to be in London. तो उनके पास ना बड़े मज़े मज़े के टूल्स होते थे which I eventually, you know, I started playing with them. तो like big boards and compass and big, very different scale. So is that how it's, you know, done even today, or is it like mostly done on computers and, you know?
Well, the first design process to any project is to sketch it out. कंप्यूटर जो है ना उसको बहुत ही ऑर्थोडॉक्स और बहुत ही organize कर देता है in terms of a structured manner where you are not able to break your barriers. Design is always about thinking out of the box. So to have that creativity, your mind, your eyes, your senses, your hands, they all have to be in sync. वो चीज़ जो है ना आप कंप्यूटर के पीछे बैठ के तो कभी भी नहीं कर सकते.
Right.
So all designers who you feel are like exceptional designers will always ink out their projects on paper as opposed to the computer in the first go. Once that thought process is matured out, that is when you start translating that design into a drawing. But that first initial creative flair comes through that initial sketch, initial thought process of how you want to take the journey of that project. And with us, a lot of times when we especially doing residential projects, the time we're sitting with the clients and talking about the brief that they have for their house in terms of the family structure and things that are required, that is the time when we actually start envisioning what the project is going to start feeling like. And those kind of connectivities need to be inked out on paper, regardless of whether you are going to continue that project or not, but just to make sure that you grasp onto that idea that you talked about. You could be sitting in a restaurant and having dinner. You might just come up with a flash here. I really like this kind of a detail and it's come to my mind right now. What do? You have to sketch it out. You're not going to go into a computer and start sketching.
True.
So, वो जो free flow आता है ना आपको, वो आपको free flow आता ही तब है when you are agile into being disconnect from the computer, because that is the time that your mind is working. And that thinking process is what gives that exceptional impact to any project.
वैसे has it ever happened to you, like for example if I'm talking about myself, so मुझे मैं अपने पुरानी वीडियोस देखूं या कुछ देखूं या even after the podcast sometime I'm like कि यार I should have मुझे ये सवाल भी करना चाहिए था, यार इस सवाल को थोड़ा ट्वीक मैं कर लेती.
वो अगले प्रोजेक्ट पे आता है.
अच्छा.
All the time.
If you cannot do 10,000 things of every project, and every time you do a project, you will, during that project here, I wished I could have done. Sometimes you have that opportunity, you do it. Sometimes you feel here, this was a great idea that could have been implemented. You always have the next project to follow through. Your creative ideas will always get you a newer project where you keep experimenting those ideas, because like you said, in the podcast, I wished I could have asked the question you couldn't ask that gentleman. You could ask us, right? That is how for us the design process is. Whatever design that we feel we could have experimented on, there's always a newer project for us to do.
You don't have to be really regretful about this also, because you took the right decision
at the right
that
time.
point in time, considering all the other facts, all the other constraints, all the other challenges that you were in the midst of. But you took a certain decision, right? So as a human, you applied your mind. You did a lot of contemplation, and then you came up to that decision कि यार this is what I have to go with, right? Now अब 2 years down the road or maybe 2 months down the road अगर आपको वो चीज़ वैसी नहीं लग रही तो that's okay, like साथ के वो फिर आप repeat कर सकते हैं.
But has it like ever ruined an experience for you? Like for example, your mind is constantly in that mode. जब आप किसी जगह में like take me into your brain, जब आप किसी जगह में enter होते हैं, so you instantly you have to look around like how the wall is made, या इन्होंने ये paint के colors choose किए, light वहाँ क्यों लगी है, तो you were just sitting in that place and contemplating यार if I would have designed this, मैं इसको ऐसे बनाता.
We don't try to be critical about it because that person has seen it through a different lens, and we need to appreciate the thinking process that he has executed or she has executed, and उसको understand करना, उसको appreciate करना, because if I'm feeling glum about the fact that if I had designed it, then I should have better been hired for that project. If I want to feel that, I should have been in that position where the client had approached me than that person. That is a very different thinking process. So when we go into a project, we like to appreciate the experience that the other designer has created, to be able to see, okay, this is something that I might have not been able to think about. What was the design or thought process behind this journey that the person took? If I would have done it or not is a different question, but what positives I can take out, that is the most important part of it.
Right. So अभी हम पॉडकास्ट शुरू होने से पहले जो एक बात कर रहे थे, we were talking about Karachi and Lahore. So the difference of design between both the cities is very, it's evident. Like I said कि आप कराची के डिफेंस में बैठे हैं, यहाँ के structure which are beautiful, the houses are very beautiful, the buildings are beautiful, but then you go towards Lahore ka DHA, for example. So there is a very vast difference. The designing, the thought process that must went, behind this entire thing. So where do you see the gap? Like क्या gap है दोनों शहरों में? Like are the minds working there are more sharper, या वहाँ पे resources ज़्यादा हैं, पैसे कम हैं, कराची में उल्टा है, like how, what do you see, like क्यों है ऐसा?
So my general observation on this is based around two things.
Okay.
एक तो टाउन प्लानिंग का एस्पेक्ट है उसमें. नाउ दैट इज़ अ वेरी डिफरेंट थिंग ना. वो पाकिस्तान में रहते हुए आप मुख्तलिफ शहरों की मुख्तलिफ तरीक़ों से, अब अगर आप लाहौर के डिफेंस की पर्टिकुलरली बात करिए तो वो डिफरेंट तरीके से वो टाउन प्लानिंग हुई होगी वर्सेस कराची का. सो दैट्स अ वेरी डिफरेंट थिंग. सेकेंड थिंग इज़ डिज़ाइन. The design is basically a product of, it has to be essentially a product of an architect, right? But then obviously there is always a lot of intervention that you can expect from the clients also. That comes from the taste of the client and their backgrounds. But that may differ. Obviously वहाँ के taste buds भी अलग हैं, खाना ही अलग है, बहुत सारी चीज़ें अलग हैं, तो उनका जो शायद the way they think how a great design should be is or can be different, right? But in terms of the technical aspects of it, I would let Saad
You
respond to
specifically
that.
talked about DHI. I feel that DHI is the worst place to live in Karachi.
Okay. Really? That's another podcast I should have with Saad separately on that topic.
वो सारे controversial साथ में रख लेना
controversial
तुम और
point
उसके
नहीं
बारे में
दूँ।
साथ से
साथ को
एक
बिठा
अलग
दे।
podcast करना हो. वो साथ का होगा, उससे हमसे कोई ताल्लुक नहीं होगा.
Unfortunately, no one takes ownership of Karachi.
Okay, that's true.
That is the biggest flaw in our city, that no one believes that they actually belong to this city. But other than that, the thing is, देखो, Karachi has got great design sense. Punjab has also got great design sense. Punjab, specifically, I'm talking about because Lahore, Islamabad, Faisalabad, Multan, these are all big cities. So Punjab itself has got the opportunities because the quantum of the projects is that much. Because A, obviously the square footage of the land occupied is that big. Plus B, the land cost is also a fraction of what you get in Karachi. So if you have a 100 million residential project in Punjab and you have a 100 million residential project in Karachi 30-40% will go in the land value. In Punjab, maybe 10% of the cost will go in the land value, and the rest can be implemented on the design, the visual aesthetics of it. So at the end of the day, in both the cities, you might end up spending the same amount of money on the project, but the experience that you get would be slightly different. But otherwise, I feel both cities, any city in Pakistan, I would say, have got tremendous amount of talent when it comes to designers.
Yeah.
I would not say that Lahore has got better designers or Karachi has got better designers. That is not true. But what does stand true is that the quality of impact that designers in every city are making is exceptional to the challenges that they are getting. Because the kind of challenges that in Punjab you would get would be very different than what you get here in Karachi. And everyone is doing justice to those challenges, the requirement of the project, and being able to execute projects that honor that profession that we're all working on. There are a lot of architects from Lahore, Islamabad that have been operating on projects in Karachi, and vice versa. We've been operating on projects in Punjab. We've been operating on projects in Dubai, and recently we've been starting projects in Kuwait as well. So obviously, iske andar jo hai na, it is all about the outreach that you can create about, and there is something to do with the design output that you have. Like I said, every person will come up with a very different design understanding or ideology. I mean, three of us are sitting here, we put a piece of paper, your take on a certain design, my take and Fawaz's take would be very different. So that
It's very subjective.
You can't be very opinionated about design. You might like White Houses, I might hate them, but I can't say it's bad. I can be subjective about it, but I can't be extremely opinionated about it, because it is the free will that gives us rise to different matters of opinions. And that is what I feel is the biggest trendsetter, where people come up with very quirky, creative design solutions. Otherwise, if we all thought the same lines, we would all be following like zombies in a straight line.
True. So, like we discussed earlier, कि जैसे मैंने आप कहा कि most of the people have this perception about this particular business that it is a rich people's, the clients of interior designers or architects and architectural companies are those 5% people in our population in Pakistan जो कि afford कर सकते हैं इस चीज़ को. There's a service fee, there like material लगता है, the bigger projects and the ones that you have built. So is that conception true? Yet it's a myth कि यार नहीं. For example, if I were to talk about just identity, the identity only works with a certain type of client, and if you have not the budget up to that mark, तो problem होगी, हम नहीं करेंगे. So who is your client? Is it like old money people? Is it like somebody coming from the new money or an expat जो बाहर से दुबई से आ रहा है and he had a certain vision in mind कि यार वो हमें कराची में implement करना है. तो who is the client of identity?
अच्छा, ये भी again subjective चीज़ है कि who my client is. My client is, or my design is, anyone who is appreciative of a certain design language which we create in this office, from this office. And that has been the case over the period of time. It has nothing to do with कि आप खास किस्म के बैकग्राउंड से आ रहे हो या कुछ हो. Again, I think there is also another aspect to your question कि वो किन लोगों का काम है. तो वो मेहनती और डेडिकेटेड लोगों का काम है, और उस चीज़ की अगर कोई उस एफर्ट को कोई रिकग्नाइज करता है in terms of the monetary value, that is our client.
I see.
I don't think I can put it in any better way.
I'll tell you one example. Let's consider two situations.
Yeah.
Okay, one house in DHA Clifton area and one house in Kachi Abadi. दोनों घरों में ब्लॉक्स लग रहे हैं, दोनों घरों में सरिया लग रहा है, दोनों घरों में सीमेंट लग रही है. व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस? देयर इज नो डिफरेंस बिटवीन देम. इट इज जस्ट द अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द पर्सन दैट you need a great design sense. It's not about affordability, it is about the desire of the person itself. Who says kachi abadi ke andar a house cannot be beautiful? It can be
True.
exceptionally designed
can
out,
be.
well groomed and everything. And similarly, a house in DHA could look the most atrocious. It is about the need of the person who's getting a project done, of what they're trying to achieve through that. And a person would come to our office when they have that need, that they want something exceptionally designed about the space that they want to occupy for whatever reasons. And that is what we would say. So specifically saying that architecture is only for the wealthy, it is not.
Okay.
So
we can put an end to that conversation once and for all. I think
it is not. It is something that the person desires to achieve. For example, if I dream of driving a BMW, I'm going to strive to it. And one day I would be proud that I was driving a car, or whatever dream a person might have. So that ambition is what the driving factor is. It is not about the affordability of it. Because if you have that desire to do something, that you're going to build up on it.
right. So I think I have one last question, and that I would like to direct towards you, Saad. Then we can move towards wrapping up our conversation. So what I've been observing lately, and I think it's been a few years now, ever since the Kardashian culture came into being by Instagram and social media. So जो घर बनते हैं या आप different properties को भी देखें, like for example the biggest sad thing was to see McDonald lose its colors. We are moving towards spaces, we call them aesthetically pleasing, but they're bland. I mean, we are not seeing color in the world anymore. Every house has to be grey. Every building has to be grey or white interiors होंगे. Even at the बच्चों के कमरे हम beige and like light browns and pastel colors. pastel we are doing a lot of pastels. So what is the theory behind that? Why is the color being sucked out of the world? Why am I not seeing colorful spaces except for अगर वो बच्चों के खेलने की जगह है तो शायद soft play area को थोड़ा colorful बना देते हैं. So what is your theory behind this as a person who has been in this field for such a long time? Is there something going on in the world that we don't know about?
Well, many years ago, Pluto was a planet.
I think it still is.
Pluto is not a planet anymore.
Not anymore.
So
I kept seeing news like it's coming back, it's gone.
So in our solar system,
Maybe
the scientists
it's becoming a
decided
planet again.
So one day in the solar system, our scientists decided today Pluto is not going to be a planet.
Okay.
ठीक है भाई, That is how evolution works. Now the theories about anything can keep evolving. That is how you grow. What you talked about McDonald's being bland,
Yeah.
I think it's maturing.
What? No.
You talked it from one perspective.
Yeah, I talked it
I'm
from
looking
one
from my
perspective.
perspective, right? I look at those brown themes and I feel it's something that in my age I can connect well with. I see that this is the international trend of McDonald's, that especially since they launched McCafe, that is when the trend of their colors have changed around.
Yeah.
Okay, so any place of McCafe, you will see that the brown tinge continues through, and the color is being is being cut out. So there are always theories that keep evolving, and people in the R&D department start looking at how those theories impact people. We talked about Gen Zs a while back, right? So their R&D team is looking at how the younger generation is growing up. Maybe they realize that too much color is not good for kids.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, see, so over a period of evolution, you need to start understanding that growth is always through a certain evolutionary process, and things that I might like today is something I might not like 10 years ago.
Gora Inspiration, basically, they do a lot of R&D. They do a lot of research work, and their research work is very extensive also. It is not confined to one particular age group or one particular kind of demographics. वो psychographic analysis भी करते हैं, वो आपके demographics को भी देखते हैं, वो R&D, वो focus groups भी कर रहे हैं. हर छोटी छोटी चीज़ पे everything they try to research it out before coming to any solution and making it a trend that gets globally replicated, right? So I think that is what the current scenario is, and I can tell you that कि अभी वो जो Italian design week हुआ था, उसमें they were discussing colors and they were saying that color is going to be the new cool. So maybe 2 years, 3 years down the road, you will see all these spaces which are currently in the muted tones and will be there with a splash of color.
We are always going to be experimental with, if we've done a very, like, especially if we talk about Coconut Grove, that's got a limited amount of colors. It's the different experience, the senses that we play with there. But in that project, we wanted to play with colors. So हमारी तो experimentation ही ये होती है that we want to be challenging ourselves to each and every project. So as we go from one project to the other, the visual impact, the senses impact has to change around.
So, well, great, wonderful conversation. One last thing, Saad, I would like you to, for example, if there's a young boy or a young girl watching this right now and they have an aspiration to become an architect one day in life and they're not able to convince their parents. So what would you say to that person, which you wish, somebody would have said to you when you were a child and wanting to pursue your career
to
here?
Pursue your career is not to please your parents. Kids who want to pursue architecture, if I would say it that way, is to pursue it only if you are a creative person. And if you're a person who is willing to put in the long hours, because it is not a field where you can do 9 to 5. It is a field where you have to put in extra amount of effort, extra amount of hours. You might have to sleep at a site overnight because your opening of a project is the next day. What do? You don't get to live a luxury life. You get to live the life behind the cameras of where all the hard work was, and people only see the glamour and the glitter. So it is like any other field, something that is going to be demanding, but only pursue it if you have bearing in the ability to be able to be a designer, not just do it for the sake of pursuing a degree.
हमारे पास parents
ये
ना
इनका
आए,
ज़ाती
please.
बयान है, इस काम से कोई ताल्लुक नहीं है.
And Saad, towards you, one last question, that if somebody like a client of yours or maybe a future client is watching right now, so what would you like to tell them, that as in like if they want to create a home, what value as identity would you add to their home or their project?
Well, it's very plain and simple. They would have seen something in us. They would have seen the things that we have delivered in the past. And that is a good enough testimony for them to think about us in first place. So I would say while they have seen that thing, they have experienced it, just come to us for another great experience.
Well, thank you so much, and lovely speaking to both of you. Thank you so much.